Hello everyone, welcome back to Solasta Crown of the Magister. Last time we were on the road and we had just been ambushed by an ogre and some leather skins, as the game called them, although these ones are orcs. So, we have the element of surprise because they did not see us. We managed to catch them out sneaking up on us, put it that way. So we've got two ogres, an orc, an unknown creature, and another orc. I think the ogres are probably going to be the biggest problem, because they're going to be tanky and deadly. Otherwise, where are the others? So we got 3 there, 2 over here, and Faith is up first. So, they're surprised. I don't know if we're going to be able to get a sneak attack off whilst they're surprised, but we will certainly start attacking. Die! And it's not a sneak attack, but it is a crit, and that is excellent. Now, one of these orcs, surprised, of course. Now, I think here it is time to bust out the flaming sphere. And if we move about, I don't know, 15 feet this way, we might be able to spawn it on top of them. So, 1, 2 more tiles to the right. I am making him a bit of a target, I concede. Right, let's start there. And then we can retreat for 2 tiles. And then bonus action. Select destination to move or a creature to attack. So we attacked and it made the save, so then some amount of damage is not done. Pastel. What kind of work do we want to get doing here? Ray of Enfeeblement. Inflicts weakened, safe to negate, half damage on strength-based attacks. That seems like it would be really good against an ogre. Too far? Yes. What is the range on that? Can we see? 12 tiles. So this is too far. Alright, let's just go with the classic then.
Take that.
Oh, yes, the crits. So good. And we will not get a spiritual weapon up because we can't. These guys taking fire damage from the sphere, which is great. I'm going to move Kite. I'm going to move to here, attack with a bow and arrow. And we have advantage on that one. I'm going to save the advantage for Faith, because then she'll get sneak attack. That was terrible. And then move over here so that we can... I say defend Gothic, but we can't until we get our shield back out. We can, however, give him a Shield of Faith to increase his AC for a bit. So let's do that. Alright. We are through the round of surprise. Now we have advantage on this for sneak attack because of Guiding Bolt. Ah, so close. One magic missile will do that for us. I'm going to guess that this was a dash. Perhaps they moved double damage and then double distance, then attacked with disadvantage. Not entirely sure. But let's get the flaming sphere attacking this guy. That did 8 damage and killed it. That's excellent. And then For us over here, we don't want to cast anything concentraty. Shatter's a bit excessive, so second level magic missile. See how this does.
A victory fit for a song.
Very nice. I've never used magic missile so much in my entire life until I started playing video games with it in. And now I see why so many players take it on a tabletop. Huge miss. Alright, these guys are getting out of the range of the flaming sphere now, which is a shame. But they do not attack very well. I take it back. Kite. Let's please do a nice big smite over here if we could. An 8 and a 1 is exactly average. This ogre with 1 HP. It's the full health one that I'm most concerned with, really. What do we want to do here? Let's see if we can blind these guys. Okay, does it for 35 hit points. So the one who's nearly dead is blinded. That's useful at the very least, although we are about to go cast magic missiles. We'll do it at first level, and that will kill them, and then we'll rail on this weaker creature near us.
Another victory.
Pastel. Cast inflict wounds at second level against Great Big Meanie. Of course, we have to do the movement bit first. Cast spell, inflict wounds, second level against this guy.
Touché.
Good. Yes, block, inflict disadvantage against an attack against Gothic. And that prevented a crit, which is excellent. And then we will shield for ourselves. Right, this guy still fairly beefy. 12's not going to cut it. And then the ogre. Yeah. Hurts, but not too deadly. Right. Now, the ogre is next to next to Pastel, so we can get sneak attack after we do the moving bit first.
No.
That's a shame. Gothic. I guess we're not concentrating on our flaming sphere anymore. That's why that's gone. Definitely not going to get both of those in one shatter. Let's just worry about this guy. And then after that, we can then let everybody rail against this guy. Cast spell, inflict wounds, second level. Massive. And we hit on an 11, so they do not have good AC. That is great to know. Keep blocking, please. Inflict disadvantage. That disadvantage does so much good work. Right, this guy again. Just gonna keep doing what we're doing. Much higher AC over here. Okay, Pastel has 3 hit points. I think the nomenclature for that is bad. Damn.
Next time.
10 misses, 11 doesn't. Okay, what spell slots do we have left? A second level. I'm more concerned with getting the ogre so that Pasta will stay up.
That I like.
Perfect. Pastel, we can cast Guiding Bolt. But if we move first, we will be out of Kite's defensive range. As in, Kite will not be providing the creature with 2 AC for being in the way.
That's better.
And then another combatant will have advantage on their next strike, which will be Kite. And so we can attack here with advantage, smite,
Go to hell.
and they are down. 550 XP. That is a good chunk, that is. Right, let's pick up our spoils. Unidentified potion, interesting. Take the coin. Orc great axes. Sure. Chainmail. We'll take it all until we have reason not to otherwise. Clubs. I'll skip the clubs. Is that what we were just looking at? It was. Okay. Gothic. Please identify this new mystery potion. Ritual. Identify. What do we guess? Too late. My brain couldn't think of something. Potion of Giant Strength Cloud. What does Cloud do that Hill doesn't? Drink potion. Strength becomes 27. That is huge. Because if your strength is 27 and your strength to hit goes up by 1 for every 2 above 10, so you got 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. That's a plus 8 to hit and 8 damage. But it's also worth 1,000 GP, and so maybe it's worth more to us in cash, but we will find out another day. So that is that done. We can long rest, get back all those spell slots that we've just burnt on that fight, presuming we don't get disturbed in the night again in the same location. Again, would be really interesting if we could. Don't need to change anything. We've got all our hit die back after we spent them all fighting those skeletons. I'm sure I could be doing something more efficiently with this time resting on the road, whether it's making potions or something to that effect, but I don't know how to do it yet. Keep going. This is a long way, man. This is why you have fights out on the road. Fancy new potions worth 1,000 GPs. Carry on, carry on. 28 units of food. So that is going down by 4 every time, isn't it? Close, resume travel. Oh, 27 units now. Interesting. Oh, because we gained 3, so we consumed 4, gained 3, went from 28 to 27. Now we're down to 23. That is as expected. And we are nearly there. Oh, we are surprised by more orcs. So be it. We are well rested. We have a good battle plan. Is it going to be the tower or the crossroads? Our survey says crossroads. So 2 orcs, orc chief, 2 ogres. Same fight as we've just had, basically. 2 ogres there. Orcs over here. This one did get in fast on us in the order because we're surprised. So we have the surprised condition now. We have to wait a turn before we can take any kinds of actions. But these guys are not accurate. Hopefully they stand in shatter range. Got our shield out, that's nice. Oh no.
Are you still with us?
Crits are bad though. And all this extra movement before we get to take a turn is also really not ideal. Okay. Pastel's up first. Pastel and Gothic. How can we attack most efficiently? I think our first action wants to be spiritual weapon. Somewhere like that. And then it will be just a cantrip for here. Good. Then Gothic is up. Now, if there was ever a time to shatter... So we want to hit as many of them, but not us. Such an awkward shape. That's 3. That might be 4. Let's try this.
Another victory.
Okay, we knocked out 1 immediately. That's great. Nothing to do with the bonus action. Yes. Inflict disadvantage. 17 versus a 2. The advantage doing great work. Well, the disadvantage. Now, Faith is up. Now, we can obviously get sneak attack on basically whoever we like. And we can do it at range because we are not threatened by any specific individual creature from where we're stood. However, they do have some cover. So if we move to here, that cover is eliminated and we have sneak attack.
You'll die like the rest.
Or we don't. Oh, because we killed, perhaps. Not sure. I thought we would because they were within range of an ally of ours. They push Pastel down and then attack a prone creature with advantage. Really good nat 1 there. But Pastel is taking a licking being on the ground like that. Okay. Is there anything specific we would like to do? Failed dex saves and Charm Divinity to blind opponents within 12 cells who fail a dex save. That seems like a good plan. Especially I don't think the ogres are going to be very dexterous. Alright, well we have 1 blinded ogre. That's better than nothing. Pastel is on her feet. Cast spell, inflict wounds at 2nd level on the blinded ogre because we will attack with advantage.
Must have hurt.
Good. Spiritual weapon. Also attack with advantage against the blinded creature. 7 force damage is excellent. Now, Gothic can't really get an ideal shatter in here. But it's probably better to be attacking 2 foes than it is just 1. So I think this gets 2 of them. Failure over there for 20 damage is good. That ogre's nearly out. Faith. If we had some way of doing more guaranteed damage, I would take it. But I don't think we do. So we have advantage, but they have 2 AC. I think we can deal with that. Good. So we took out the blinded one, but I think it's better that we only be fighting 2 foes. Block. That's what we're here for. Oh no. 3 HP and they have 2 attacks. Pastel is down. At least the other one is attacking Kite. So we have Lay on Hands. Pastel for... let's go 15. And we cannot cast a spell because we have our shield in our hand, but we would rather have that for defense. Pastel is again on her feet. Cast spell. Inflict wounds at 2nd level against the chieftain.
Got you.
That is massive. It's 30 necrotic damage. Then Gothic. We're going to cast spell. 2nd level. All here. Not as much damage as I'd hoped, but still pretty good going. And now we can attack with Faith.
I won't miss next time.
That too is rough. Always be blocking. Good. That 2nd one always hits though, doesn't it? At least the lumbering ogre has less going for it. Right, we will attack the ogre now, preferably with a smite.
Again, harder.
And here, cast spell, 1st level, inflict wounds. That's a big miss. Gothic, more magic missiles, obviously.
A victory fit for a song.
Super. They can have a very uncomfortable looking demise. Faith. Ranged attack the ogre, please. And we get our sneak attack. Ogre is up. That was painful. We're just going to keep getting licks in. Oh. Right. At least we have all 3 of us now before they go. Cast spell, cure wounds, Kite. That could be the difference between going down and not. Of course, she went down, so we lost our spiritual weapon. The great thing about force damage as well is it's almost never resistance against it. Nothing is ever resistant to force damage in almost all cases.
Ha! Take that.
More sneak attacks. Right, please don't go down. That's a miss. I know we have more than 17 AC. But that is a critical miss. Cast spell. They're probably not very dexterous, right? 4 damage for that. Gothic. We have more magic missiles to spend. Excellent. We've gained more knowledge about these orcs. What do we know now? 13 AC, 15 HP. That's good to know. How about the chieftain? 15 AC, 85 HP. Quite a lot. And what about the ogre? Only 59 HP. You'd have thought more for the size of the thing. I dread to think what we're going to fight that is up in this size and scale of creature. Oh boy. Right, loot. All the cash and food. We'll continue taking some of this stuff until we're really overburdened in weight. Did we get all of that in the area of looting? We did. Back to our campfire. Excuse? Or are we looking to get back onto the road, I guess? That gives me a little bit cause for concern, but what we can do before we get back out there is quite happily short rest. In case we go to take a long rest in the next part of our travels, and in doing so we get attacked before we finish our long rest in the night, we'll now be a little bit better off for that next combat, should it occur. Right, so we got to where we were going, and I guess we've made camp just outside of this location so that we can have that long rest. We get back most of our hit die. Now, preparing spells for what's inside. Let's lose Flaming Sphere for Spider Climb. Let's lose Sleep for Featherfall. Kite. How's Detect Magic, interestingly? What are we never using? Heroism. We're never using Heroism. So let's take Detect Magic. We could have been using those all along the road to see if we had any magic items, but we'll know for next time. And Pastel also has Detect Magic, so should really consider that more next time. Lesser Restoration, I think we can get rid of, because Kite's healing can do a lot of that stuff, I think. But what would we want instead? Silence? Silence could be interesting for what lays ahead. Healing Word, Cure Wounds, Shield of Faith. We're not casting Shield of Faith too much. Let's go for Bless. Alright, that is us ready for whatever lays ahead. So join us next time when we will enter the possible gem location. It'd be really weird if it didn't have a gem there, but we won't know until we get there. So join us and we'll find out soon. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or pressing that like button. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.